welcome to my channel. I'm Carissa and today I'll be continuing on my 3-part series on self-sabotaging. So I will be talking about how you can actually limit yourself from falling into the patterns and habits of sabotaging yourself in your own life today. Now, what do I mean by self-sabotaging? You can actually refer to my part 1 as well as my part 2 videos on self-sabotaging, and I hope that answers your questions and curiosity on what self-sabotaging is all about and how it can impact you in your own life. So what are certain steps that you can take to prevent yourself from falling into the patterns and habits of self-sabotaging your own success in your own life? Now, firstly, you can actually document and journal down certain trigger points that you observe for yourself in your own life. So this can be certain patterns or habits that you notice yourself carrying out, as well as certain trigger points that you are more aware of during your daily interactions or interactions with certain people in your life. You may not be actually aware of certain trigger points in your own life right now, and you can observe all this in your life or hear from other people based on their observations about you. And what people say about you or feedback to you is really up to your own choice whether or not to believe their words. So by journaling down and observing your own thought processes, emotions and trigger points based on how certain people talk to you, certain situation that you are in, can actually build up your self-confidence in being able to better manage similar experiences, be it with people or even in your own situations that you face. Now, another suggestion that I have is to plan your goals in your life, especially long-term goals. So I know that having long-term goals may seem daunting or overwhelming initially. However, this will help you in intentionally planning your next move or your next step in different areas and aspects of your life. This will benefit you in terms of being more focused on what you have to do, and it may reduce your level of distractions and procrastination in the long run. So this is not something that can be done overnight, and it has to be gradually done in terms of building new habits for yourself that are positive and beneficial for yourself. Now, something else that you can build up over time and not overnight is how do you bring out your inner positive and affirmative voice in you. You can actually challenge your self-defeating thoughts and words that you tell yourself whenever you don't experience success in your life. And instead of telling yourself these self-beat-up words, you can tell yourself more positive and affirmative conversations with yourself. So this is really all about bringing out that innermost positive voice that you have in you. You do have it. Now, sometimes we tell ourselves that we try our best, and if we fail, it is okay, it is alright. However, what actually do you mean by try your best? What is trying? And what is trying hard enough for yourself before you are willing to step back and let go? Now, what do I mean by that is sometimes we all face situations where we give up before even trying, and we may not even be 100% aware that that is happening. For instance, our self-limiting beliefs and thoughts in our minds tells us that we will not succeed, and we expect ourselves to fail. So when we fail, we are not surprised because we already expected it to happen. Now, is this ironical to you? Does that expectation already ring some alarm bells that you may not give it your all because you already expect yourself not to succeed? Now, that is something for you to consider and self-reflect upon as well. Now, my next point is for those who feel overwhelmed or daunted by huge amount of workload or huge amount of tasks that you have to carry out. So what I suggest to you is, instead of focusing on every little step that you have to take, how about just focusing on every next step that you take? So even if you take a small little step, you are still moving forward, as compared to procrastinating and not moving forward at all and succumbing to temptation to be distracted by other sources, be it internal or external sources. Now, last but not least, I just want to say that make yourself a priority will also benefit you in the long run. Knowing when to rest and focus on self-care is important in order for you to build up your energy to overcome all the challenges that you have and will face in your life. So if you know and feel that you might be experiencing burnout or going to experience burnout, and if you feel that your level of self-confidence is affected because of certain things that we have discussed about, and you know and are more aware of your self-limiting beliefs or even your limitations and even your self-defeating and self-destructive habits and thought processes, then I suggest to you to focus on self-care first. By focusing on self-care, you can actually clear certain clutters that you may have in your mind and in your heart, meaning to say your own emotions. So by clearing those clutters, you can then have more space to really realize for yourself all these different patterns and habits that are stopping you from achieving the outcome that you want in your life. So here I wrap up my video, and I just want to say also thank you so much for watching my 3-part series as well as supporting me in my different videos. I wish you well, do take care, stay safe, and goodbye. See you next week.